I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all-the-time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Kingpin #1. Wilson Fisk has returned to New York and has taken back what is his, but now he wants a little bit more out of life. What does that mean? Let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? So whether you noticed it or not right now, it has been a great time in superhero comics for villain-led books. You got Thanos, you got Carnage, you got Deathstroke, Bullseye, and now Kingpin. One of the keys, I think, to making these books so interesting and so compelling is that the spotlight isn't entirely put on the villain. Oh, they're the driving force in it, they get to remain cool and mysterious, but someone else gets to do all that developing stuff, kind of gets to be our POV character, and for this book, it's journalist SARAH Dewey. Now, this lady cut her teeth in the world of foreign policy reporting, but recently all she's really known for is her pieces on local boxers, like the one she's dealing with right here, right now. These pieces are so good, in fact, and so good at humanizing the people involved, it's managed to reach the ears of none other than Wilson Fisk, aka New York's Kingpin of crime. Fisk sends his toady Wesley, yes that's right, the Wesley you remember from the Daredevil TV show. He's back now. To be fair, he never really left, he was in the Frank Miller stuff, then kind of fell off the map, but hey, he's here now. Fisk wants SARAH to pen his autobiography, a book that will maybe help smooth things over between himself and the rest of the world, show him that deep down, he's not really a bad guy, he's complicated, he's got layers. And Fisk really does end up throwing out all the stops to try and get this girl to cozy up to him. He gets her a fancy dress, brings her to a fancy high society party where we find out she's actually a recovering alcoholic. SARAH doesn't really know what to think about Fisk. She assumes that he just wants a nice, cheery book that will, cover up all the horrible, violent things that he's done, and she doesn't really want to be party to that, but at the same time, she really needs the money. At this same high society party too, she just so happens to run into Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, and in a funny reversal of fortunes, in this book, he actually ends up kind of being a dick, assuming this lady must be bad if she is affiliated herself with Fisk in any way, shape, or form. While SARAH leaves the party unimpressed, Fisk tracks her down and ends up turning on the charm. He takes her to his old stomping grounds, the donut shop where he got his first job selling drugs. And he even impresses her with how he deals with a particular knife-wielding mugger in the park without having to resort to violence. By the end, she figures, you know what, maybe she has been wrong about the Kingpin, and if she's wrong, maybe everyone else in the world is wrong. Maybe his story does deserve to be told in the way that only she can do it. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the comic. Kingpin #1 was everything I actually wanted the Bullseye comic to be, but never got. Much like SARAH, the reader isn't sure exactly how to deal with Wilson Fisk. You know he's a bad guy, and yet at the same time, you can't help but be charmed by him. You just believe so strongly in what he's saying and what he's doing. You also gotta wonder, does he really want an autobiography written about him, or does he have some sort of ulterior motive for going to this woman for help? We see that she's involved with a particular prize fighter and has a background in foreign policy. Is this part of some bigger Kingpin scheme? I mean, it certainly could be. And hey, on a more subtle level too, that red dress that he gives her for the party looks a little bit like something Vanessa would wear, doesn't it? Kingpin's been single for a while now. Could that possibly be the reason why he's taken such an interest? I don't know. What I do know, though, is that I really like this comic. I like that it's slow, subtle, very character-driven, stuff you don't see very often in a superhero comic like this anymore. At the end of the day, I would give this one a very strong 8.5. If you love yourself a good old-fashioned crime story, I would definitely say pick this one up.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer? Or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.